The opinions expressed on this program are those of the program hosts and guests and are not necessarily those of WSTU. WSTU does not endorse products that may be mentioned. Any reproduction or retransmission of this broadcast is strictly prohibited without written consent of WSTU. It's time for Martin County Movers and Shakers. And now, here's your host.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Anna Valencia Tillery, your happy hostess with the mostest. Special shout out, of course, to my amazing team of handsome, helpful, and handy men over at White Glove Moving, Storage, and Delivery, making this broadcast possible each and every week, where we get to highlight where to go, what to try, and how to give back throughout Martin County and the amazing Treasure Coast. Of course, at White Glove Moving and Storage, we have been blessed to align ourselves with the Arts Council of Martin County. And this will be our third year presenting at Arts Fest, which I think is just an amazing community-wide event. I highly encourage folks to make the time in their weekend, February 8th through 9th, to be a part of the fun. And with that being said, I recently just did a live presentation in front of 200 realtors, and we got to give away some free tickets. And today's show, we're going to be doing that same thing. So when you reach out to us, the first folks to reach out to us, we have 2 free tickets to Arts Fest, February 8th and 9th. Reach out to us on social media and let us know why you want to go, whether it's your first time or if you're a habitual offender. We would love for you to give us your favorite reason. We're going to share it on our Martin County Movers and Shakers Facebook and then share it with the Arts Council. So the first folks, you're going to get 2 free tickets, and we're excited to have you there. In the studio today, we have 2 key individuals that help bring this big event to life each and every year. I'd like to first start off by welcoming our chairman of the board, Mr. Neil Kaposi. Hello there, sir.
Good morning. It's great to be here.
You know, when folks go to our Facebook page or to martincountymoversandshakers.com, they'll see a picture, and we made a little Neil sandwich here in the studio today. On the other side is Elise Raffa. She is our membership and communications wizard within the council, and collectively, along with hundreds of volunteers and board members alike, are putting on this big extravaganza immediately following the big soiree, which is this weekend. So let's delve a little bit deeper. I know a little later on we're going to have an exciting interview on the show, which is going to be mind-blowing for folks that are on the cusp of saying, do I go? Do I not go? Oh, you need to go. It's a show. So Neil, how'd you get involved and why do you love Arts Fest?
I've been involved with Arts Fest probably about 6 years now. I own a Stuart Art Supply in downtown Stuart, and it's just a great combination of my business and what I help to support, which is the working artist. And Arts Fest is basically a showcase for the artists, whether it be the visual artists or the musical artist or the dramatic artist or the written artist or the cooking artist. This is the place to go.
Right. I mean, and that's just it. I think that folks, and more in our culture today, we're understanding that many things can be considered art. Decades ago, perhaps food wasn't considered an art form, yet today, most people affectionately refer to themselves as foodies. And that is a big highlight of the, 2-day extravaganza. So that's really fabulous, though, that you were able to align. And I've always felt as a professional in the world of marketing and public relations that one should always take what their company's sole purpose is and try and align with causes that really speak to that. And being an art supply company, well, yes, this goes hand in hand.
It sure does. I'm able to connect artists with their participation through all the events at Arts Fest. In fact, this year, we're hosting our first ever plein air paint out, and that will be held on Sunday morning. We're still looking for artists that will come in at 8 a.m. to sign in, start painting at 8:30, and be completed at noon. And then there'll be a judging, as well as an opportunity for supporters of the arts to look at their work and perhaps purchase something to take home with them.
That's my kind of souvenir. Can you fit it in a satchel?
You sure can. Paintings will be anywhere from an 8x10 up to usually an 11x14 is probably the largest.
Oh, that's perfect. That's a great size to be able to carry and go. I love
Certainly
it.
is.
So delve a little bit deeper because I'm not familiar with the concept of plein air.
Plein air is basically painting outside, and it's
Like
paint-
dining al
paint
fresco.
exactly
Uh-huh.
painting as the environment changes, whether it's people moving in and out of the scene, or whether the clouds are moving, or whether all of a sudden the wind picks up and that flag starts flying, and you are
Oh.
okay. Do I do the original painting where I saw it just standing still, or do I do it and change it while it's flying?
Oh, wow.
So
Thinking on the cusp. It's like improv, but in art form.
exactly,
I like it. I like it.
exactly.
Now, if folks say that's right up my alley, I feel like Sunday morning, I'm going to sip on one of those delicious mimosas and I'm going to paint something plein air style. How do they sign up?
They go to the Arts Foundation's website, to the Arts Fest page, and they click on the paint out, and there's an online application form that they just fill out.
Wonderful. And in a perfect world, you're looking for how many artists?
We are looking for anywhere between 30 and 40. Right now, we're close to 20 have signed up already, but we still need a few more.
Yeah, and we still have time.
We still have time.
So folks, now that you know what your weekend entails on that February 9th Sunday, just wake up with us. It'll be fun.
Exactly. And we are accepting people that show up at 8 o'clock and just want to jump in on it last minute. We're happy to have you.
So the creativity strikes you. I like it. Now, Elise, I know that last year when we chatted, you had quite the lineup of entertainment and so much more. So I would like to probably start off with Off the Wall and go from there.
So this year it's going to be on Saturday. It's an 8-hour competition. We have 9 artists, and different from last year is it's going to be an open theme. So I have no idea what's even going to be created, but I'm very excited to see what is to come of it. And the other exciting part is that we are going to have the public vote on their favorite mural and who gets the $1,000.
I love public voting.
Yeah.
Our vote matters.
It does. And the nature of public art being for the public, it makes sense to have everyone who comes to Arts Fest engage and vote on what they like. So that'll be for Saturday, Sunday that they can vote, and it's going to be a text to vote
So
platform.
easy.
So if you have a phone and you're by the murals, you just cast your vote and make someone's day.
Oh my goodness. I was going to say, I can't be bribed by the 9 artists when they come over to my tent to replenish on delicious infused waters at the Little White Glove. I cannot be bribed, but I do love a good story behind any painting. I mean, that's what I thought was so cool last year about the contest. The competition itself was that as they were working, they were elaborating as to why they were creating it.
Right.
And that's just so unique. I mean, to be able to see it firsthand come to life and hear what their thought process is.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. No, and just the scale of it too. I mean, it blows my
Yeah.
mind to be able to paint anything proportionately at an 8 by 8 foot.
Yeah,
in
because
the
you have to
sun.
bring
I mean, they're there.
steps and all sorts of
Yeah.
props. And
Yeah. So it's super exciting. And Neil, amongst Liz Bonin of Ross Earl Bonin and Anthony Oliveri of 901 Hub, they are the 3 champions of really getting this, going for the second year. So I'm so excited, and thanks, Neil.
You're welcome.
So
for
these
that.
giant 8x8 pieces, those aren't necessarily available for sale. Do you repurpose them
No,
somehow?
So what we'd like to do, because we have the New Creek Arts and Entertainment District, is
Uh-huh.
after Arts Fest is over, we have this on a traveling display.
Oh,
Anthony and I
cool.
kind of talked about maybe if they were sitting at different locations during the creek walks every first Friday of the month. So being
That's
able to just give it back
smart.
to the public and, take photos and see it up close. And so, yeah, it's,
And post and share. We love it.
Add more art, traveling art to
I
our
think
town.
that's smart. And then over the years, you'll be able to make quite the collection to
For
rotate out.
sure.
So let's give our listeners a little bit of an idea of the timeline of the event. I know it yields upwards of 15,000 people, and we're praying, fingers crossed, for some amazing weather. And I love this event because you really can meander through so much different scenery. It's not just an incredible explosion of live and still art and vendors and community businesses coming to support the arts. You're also like in this beautiful natural landscape, just kind of weaving in and out and sampling good foods and drinks. So it starts bright and early on Saturday.
Yes.
Mhm.
The gates open at 10 a.m.
Okay.
and the event is until 5 p.m. The cost of admission is $10.
Just $10 to get in. You get to like be transformed into a different space
But
altogether.
just to clarify, it is extended hours Saturday. So we are 10 to 7 Saturday and then
That's good.
10 to 5 on Sunday. And it's a $10 weekend ticket, as Neil had said. So if you come Saturday, you can come Sunday for free in theory. It's for the weekend. And 18 and under is free. So we up the age to allow, more student participation to come to Arts Fest
So
and
smart.
stuff. So
yeah.
we want to make it accessible to everybody, and we're really excited. And as part of your admission to Arts Fest this year, we are going to have a entry for a Corning Museum of Glass raffle, but we'll get more into that.
Yes, we are going to delve into that here
so-
momentarily. And now there's what I've always thought sets this event apart from other art shows to the north or to the south is the live music component. Can you
So
lend a little?
Sure. We teamed up with Snorkel Corn Entertainment. You met Zach.
Yeah,
last
he was so
year.
cool.
He's so cool. So he made sure to bring the best talent. The highlights are going to be the Gold Hope duo. They're coming down from New York to play.
Oh wow!
It's a husband-wife folk duo, and then we have the JM and the Sweets, which are headlining on Saturday from 5 to 7. And we have 2 stages this year. So one's going to be under a banyan tree featuring more jazz, classical music. And then the main stage is going to be on the memorial. And it's right at the entrance gate, so you can't miss it.
Right.
And it's going to be a great weekend lineup of entertainment for sure.
And I think it's important to mention too that there is a VIP opportunity, which kind of gives you carte blanche as well as a lot of other bonuses.
Yes, no, VIP. We have Life Beautifier sponsoring again to make sure it's going to be
love
gorgeous.
Jessica and Susie.
Yes.
They've got an eye for design when it
Yeah.
comes to staging one's home.
And it's going to follow our gala theme, which the Italian Carnival. And Ken Capozzi is going to take over and make sure it's a party all weekend long with the mimosas, as you mentioned,
Right.
and the good food that Carrabba's is sponsoring for the weekend. So it's going to be great. And there's certainly perks to VIP. A big one for a lot of people is the posh potty. I know it's funny to bring up, but that's a thing. You go to
It's
outdoor
totally.
festivals to have that nice, air-conditioned trailer to go touch up your makeup and cool off for a minute.
As a dedicated sponsor to the Arts Council, I can attest to the fact that I love that portion. I love it.
It's a thing. It's a real thing. So we're so excited for VIP. It's going to be great.
It's really important to mention that this is very family friendly.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mhm. So, bring the kids, plan to come out, spend some time. And outside of VIP, there's lots of other great food vendors, drink stations set up throughout. And then, of course, the live entertainment. So I do believe on the phone, we have with us one of our headliners. It's going to really bring the concept of art manifestation to life in front of our eyes the weekend of February 8th and 9th. Elise, would you be so kind as to do the honors to introduce Eric to our show?
So this is Eric from the Corning Museum of Glass.
Welcome, Eric.
Hey, nice to be here.
Well, I hear that presently you are joining us from the northern mountain ranges of New York. Thanks for joining us on the broadcast. Tell me about your love affair of blowing glass and what we get to expect to see this amazing February 8th and 9th.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Corning Museum of Glass here in frigid upstate New York right now, we do glass making demonstrations here at our museum for the public every day. But one of the things that we really love to do is travel with our mobile studio, especially in February,
Right?
to warmer places.
To Florida. You're so smart, Eric.
Yeah, right? We're clever. So, yeah, we're going to bring a really wonderful mobile glass studio right down to your neighborhood. And we're going to do the what we do best, which is blow glass and demonstrate to the public and really explain the ins and outs of the process for your guests.
Oh, wow. That's going to be so cool. And I know I've seen it live before. And I mean, I remember I was just a young thing, maybe 10 or 11, and I was like stopped dead in my tracks, just so impressed by the methodology behind it. So young or old, I know that folks are going to really enjoy seeing it. Is it going to be set times throughout the weekend, or is it kind of continuous?
So more or less continuous. I mean, we do have a start time, and then we take a little break in between. But you certainly won't have to wait long to see a demonstration. And it's something that you probably want to see more than one of. So come down, enjoy the festival, get some food, hang out, watch some glass blowing, chat with our glass makers. I think it'll really be a fantastic addition for this year's festival.
And will there be an opportunity if folks fall in love with particular pieces, or will you have a display of pieces that are available for purchase?
So one of the things that we don't do is travel with retail. So we're more interested, the product of what we do at the Corning Museum of Glass is teaching people. So we're an educational institution, and we really love to share what we do. I think there's an opportunity where we might give away some of the glass.
Oh, what a bonus, Eric.
Right?
I love an exclusive on Martin County Movers and Shakers.
It's way more fun than selling it.
Yeah, don't go throwing it to the audience, though. It's fragile.
That's right. We
That's
just close our eyes and pitch it up in the air. And
like a
you know,
garter
if
belt
somebody-
made of glass. I love it.
If somebody doesn't catch it, then everybody gets a piece.
That's too funny. Well, that's really fantastic. And of course, we're going to wish you some safe travels as you come on down with your mobile art. Masterpiece. This is just so cool. And it's going to be a huge addition to our residents and visitors alike. As we had mentioned earlier, upwards of 15,000 people from all over come to visit and experience this firsthand. And I know that they're just going to fall in love with you and your team, sir. So Eric, thank you so much for that generous donation that you're doing and bringing this right to us.
Absolutely. We can't wait to come.
Cheers. Now, Elise, folks are listening. They're saying, wow, they're really stepping it up. We're talking music. We're talking live demonstrations, lots and lots of vendors, an opportunity to purchase just things that are really one of a kind. How do they go ahead and reserve their ticket and explore what the perks of VIP are?
So the best thing you can do, we have BOGO going on, BOGO tickets at Seacoast through the end of the month. So for general admission, it's buy one, get one free, and it's at any of the local Seacoast locations, and I believe in St. Lucie as well as Palm Beach. So for general admission, that would be my advice, is go see your Seacoast and go get a 2-for-1 right now through the 31st. And if you can't make it that way, the best place is artsfeststewart.org, where it has the ticket link. You can reserve your tickets online as well as find out all the details of VIP. And once again, that's artsfeststewart.org for tickets and all things ArtsFest.
And because we have a few moments, I do want to just kind of piggyback off of the big gala, because the gala is right around the corner, and we're going to carry that Carnival theme all the way through. What is the difference in those two experiences for folks that say, well, I happen to have February 1st available versus February 8th and 9th?
The gala is the 40th anniversary
Happy
of
birthday,
the Arts,
looking so
of the
young, Arts Council.
of the Arts Council. And this event is centered around the Venetian Carnival theme. And tickets for this event are almost sold out. There are quite a
I think it is sold out.
Then go on the waiting list, and
we know, Elise, we might get in.
You
It's
might get
in.
this event is just going to be an amazing presentation. The event, if you're familiar with Willoughby, they have two venues. One is an outdoor patio, and this is where the evening begins. The guests will be greeted by costumed characters. They'll be welcomed into the entryway with music and other activities going on. And then they'll be escorted out to the patio, which will be kind of almost like a minstrel event. I liken it to St. Mark's Square in Venice, where there's music on one side and there's dancing on another side. So there'll be an immersive program there.
What fun.
And then after that cocktail and hors d'oeuvre time, the ballroom will open. And that's where our entertainment will be. And that is Terry Barber, Loriana Colazzo, and
almost every performing organization in Martin County
will be
which is
participating in
awesome.
this
On display.
on
I love
display.
that.
And this is where we will have our coffee and dessert stations. So it'll be a great event. And being that it's the Carnival theme, as part of the event, I began offering blank masks to local artists. Back
Available at your store.
No, they're all gone. Unfortunately,
Oh,
I still
darn
have
it.
people.
Sorry,
I'm
listeners. He
sorry,
sold out.
they're gone, and I gave out about 180 blank masks,
Ooh,
and
let
the
them
masks were
create.
turned in over the last 6 to 8 months. I think it's probably 8 months now, and some beautiful masks, and they have been up for sale at the Arts Council.
Ooh.
And we
That's
still have
clever,
we still have
too.
quite a few. These masks are being sold for $50 a piece, and they go towards funding the Arts Foundation of Martin County.
That is really fun and clever. And if I'm not mistaken, the group does like a travel experience together. And so Italy was is on the docket, henceforth the theme, right? Carrying it through.
We unfortunately weren't able to reach our goal to put that trip on. The trip has
So you're bringing Italy here.
exactly.
That's
We're all
perfect.
going to Chicago in this summer.
I love
As
Chicago.
the this year's tour.
That'll be fun. Oh, then that's just a great big city. I mean, it's a lot of fun. I used to go, I'm originally from Michigan. I used to go to Chicago every St. Patty's to see the river dye green and have a blast and run into random giraffes as you're walking about with Lincoln Park just there. I'm like, hi, giraffe. Hello, where'd you come from? Needless to say, this is really going to be a unique opportunity because the Arts Council really is so hands-on and supportive of the arts, whether you're a student or fully grown, whether you're a business or just a purveyor. It's amazing how the Arts Council has made such an impact and in 40 years has been able to make art so socially acceptable and at the forefront of conversation. So applause to your organization and all your continual efforts. Once again, we are really highlighting after the big 40th anniversary gala on February 1st, the fact that folks of all ages, what families, individuals, groups, please make it a point to come out February 8th and 9th and be a part of our annual Arts Fest. This is going to be a full immersion. And then let's highlight real quick, if we can, because we have about 2 minutes left, the cooking aspect.
Oh, yep. So Chopped, of course, is a big
back.
draw. And thanks to Paul Nunley of Edward Jones, he puts that all on with his staff. And we have the 6 chefs on the docket to compete. Cypress on Ocean is going to be one of them. Hold on, I have my little list here, my little cheat sheet.
I like the good cheat sheets. We need a point of reference.
Yeah, so Chef Robert Stoller of Cypress on Ocean, Chef Cody Harvey of Dolphin Bar and Shrimp House, Chef Bill Stimmel of The Gafford, Chef Michael Harpster of Harp Steakhouse, Chef Jason Lynn of Lost City Golf Club, and finally Aldo Ramirez of Spritz City Bistro.
Oh, wow.
So-
He'll be defending his title.
Well, that was Jose from Harps actually last year.
Okay, so
But I think he was second place.
is that
Aldo.
a 2-day experience too in the
Mhm,
world of Chopped?
Yep, and it starts at 11:30. So we're really excited. And I did want to make one quick mention. With all the glass going on and Corning, we do have an amazing exhibit in our galleries from Duncan McClellan in St. Petersburg. And it's all glass and it's absolutely amazing. So come by the galleries and check it out.
All right. Well, it was right downtown. We'll see you at Arts Fest. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.